Hello students, today we are going to do Introduction to Quadratic Equations, chapter number 4. Now the learning outcomes. After completing this, you will be able to understand what is quadratic equation, how it is useful to us, and know about different methods to solve quadratic equations. Now, in the previous class, we have already studied about quadratic polynomial. Now, what is a quadratic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 2. Now, we know that an expression with equal to sign is known as an equation. So, an equation of degree 2 is known as a quadratic equation. For example, 6x squared minus 6 plus 1 equal to 0, or p squared plus 4p minus 3 equal to 0. Or we can take y squared minus 3y plus 7 equal to 5. Now, the journal of the standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Where a is not equal to 0 and a, b and c. The use of these quadratic equations in our daily life. Suppose you want to know the path of a water jet of a fountain like this, or you want to know how high or how far the water jet will go. We can use this quadratic equation, or to find the boundary hit by a batsman. To know the path of the ball, we can use these quadratic equations, or in the construction of such monuments also we are using quadratic equation. Suppose you want to construct a football field where the dimensions are given to you, or the area of the field is given to you. Then we can use quadratic equations to find the dimensions also. Suppose a condition is given in this case that a field of 5,000 square meter is given to you, and you have to construct a football field where its breadth is, or one of the side is x meters and the other side is 30 meters more than the breadth, or let us take one of the side as x and the other as x plus 30. Now we know that if it is a rectangular field, so area is equal to length into breadth. So 5,000, that area is given to you, so that is equals to x into x plus 30. So on simplifying this, we get x squared plus 30x minus 5,000 equals to. We are having 4 methods here to solve such quadratic equation. First is factorization, second is completing the squares, third method is a quadratic formula, and fourth one is by using graphical method we can find the solution to such quadratic equations. Now let us discuss the factorization method, that is method number 1, or splitting the middle term. So let us take an example of 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Now the coefficient of x squared is 2 and the constant term is 3. So to find the value or the factors of middle term, we will multiply a and c, which is equal to 6, and we will add or subtract these factors such that we get the middle term. So 2 into 3 is 6 and minus 2 minus 3 gives you minus of 5. So we will split the middle term b minus 5 as minus 2x minus 3x. So taking common from first two factors, we get 2x as common and x minus 1 as up in the bracket. Then minus 3 is taken as common and you get again x minus 1 as common equals to 0. And then again taking x minus 1 as common, you get x minus 1 and 2x minus 3 equal to 0 as two factors. Now equating both the factors to 0. Now x minus 1 is equal to 0 and 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. Now from first one we get x is equals to 1 or x is equal to 3 by 2. Now let us take one more example in which root 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equals to 0. This is the given quadratic equation. Here the value of a is root 2, b is 7 and c is 5 under root 2. Now what we need to do? We will multiply a and c to get root 2 into 5 root 2, which is equals to root 2 into root 2 is 2 multiplied by 5, which is equals to 10. Now we will split these factors, or we will add or subtract these factors such that we get b, that is 7. So on splitting by middle term, we get under root 2 x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 equals to 0. यानी हमने a और c को मल्टीप्लाई करके जो टर्म आया उसके इस तरह से फैक्टर्स बनाए ताकि हमें मिडिल टर्म 7 मिल गया. नाउ टेकिंग कॉमन, अब हम फर्स्ट टू टर्म्स में हमारे पास क्या कॉमन है, अंडर रूट 2 और x भी है. सो टेकिंग रूट 2x एज कॉमन, सो वी गेट x प्लस रूट 2 एज कॉमन फैक्टर प्लस नेक्स्ट टू टर्म्स में 5 कॉमन है, सो वी गेट x प्लस रूट 2 अगेन दैट इज इक्वल्स टू 0. So the two common factors are x plus under root 2 and root 2x plus 5, which is equals to 0. Now equating both the factors to 0, we get x plus root 2 equal to 0 and root 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So x, or the first value of x is minus root 2 and the second value is minus 5 upon under root 2. Now let us take a statement question. Now what is given? The altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. This is the given condition. And if the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides. Now if we are to do this question, first we need to draw a triangle. Let us take a right angle triangle where the base is x, because it is given that the altitude is 7 centimeters less than its base. So we are assuming the base as x. So what will be the altitude? That is x minus 7 and hypotenuse is 13 centimeters. This is given to us. Now using Pythagoras property. By Pythagoras, we know that p square plus b square is equals to h square. That is the square of the perpendicular plus base square is equals to the hypotenuse square. Now here, what is the perpendicular? That is x minus 7. Base is x and hypotenuse is 13. So on substituting these values, we get x minus 7 whole square plus x square is equal to 13 square. Now x minus whole square, it is in the form a minus b whole square. Now expanding it, we get x square plus 14, that is b square, 49, that is b square, minus 2ab. That is 2 into 7 into x. So minus 14x plus x square, which is equals to 13 square, that is 169. So let us simplify this by taking all the terms to one side. So it becomes 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 equal to 0. Now on simplifying this again, we get 2x square minus 14x minus 120 equal to 0. Now taking 2 as common और dividing both sides by 2. So जब हमने 2 common लिया और divide किया, we get x square minus 7x minus 60 equals to 0. Now let us factorize this equation. This is x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. So what is the product here? Coefficient of x square is 1 and multiplied by minus 60, that gives you minus 60. So the factors we get 12 5s is 60 and minus 12 plus 5 gives you minus of 7. So on splitting this and taking common of the first two terms, from the first two terms x is common, we get x into x minus 12 plus 5 is common from the next two terms into x minus 12 is equal to 0. So the two factors are x minus 12 into x plus 5 equals to 0. Now equating both the factors to 0, so we get x minus 12 equal to 0 and x plus 5 equal to 0, and hence the value of x is either 12 or minus 5. But what is x? X is the length. So neglecting the negative value as the length can't be negative. Therefore x is equal to 12 is the solution of the given condition. So in the given condition, what was x? That is the base. So the base of this right angle triangle is 12 and the altitude is 12 minus 7, that is 5. I hope you must have understood this. Now let us take some home assignment. So find the roots of the quadratic equation by factorization. Two questions are given to you. Then find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Using factorization method, you need to solve it. one more question. Find the length and breadth of the rectangular part of perimeter 80 meter and area is 400 square meter. Now let us summarize what we have learned today. An equation of degree 2 is known as quadratic equation. Quadratic equations are very useful in our day-to-day life to find the path of parabolic structures, length, breadth of different shapes, age and speed under different conditions, etc. Now we can solve these quadratic equations by using different methods like factorization, completing the square and quadratic formula. Thank you.